Hello, everybody. This is part two of our watch party for the Houston Cougars, two-ranked Houston Cougars versus Rider Bronx. As always, guys, if you came over from the last live stream, we were just doing it that we just ended was a watch party of both Ohio State versus Western Michigan and Houston versus Rider. Of course, Houston versus Rider started later, so they're still going. Ohio State and Western Michigan just ended, so I ended that stream and quickly started a new stream. So now we're doing the rest of Houston versus Rider. They are just about to start the second half here. Um, just about to start the second half here. As always, right now it's 11-11 to go in the third quarter. It's 20-16 Texans over Bills on Prime Video. Let me see. One oh three. Flemings did not miss a shot in that first half. He was a perfect 9 for 9 in that first half, which is insane, but at the same time, I would also think very hard to do at the same time. At the very same time. 19-4, they just started the game, just started the second half here. Houston has the basketball. For two, Chadler makes it 49-25. Houston with the 2-pointer start off their second half. And tap swatted out of bounds by Houston, and it'll stay Rider basketball. Again, Houston comes into the game 4-0 overall. Rider comes into the game 1-3 overall. If Houston wins, they'll extend their winning streak to 5 games. Of course, they'll start the season 5-0, and they'll start off the season still undefeated. And not only that, but they would give Rider their 4th loss, making them 1-4. Rider wins, they will be 2-3, getting their 2nd win of the season, and giving Houston their 1st loss of the season, making them 4-1. Highly doubt that's going to happen. 19, just saying that just because, but highly doubt that's going to happen. 19 minutes to play in the game through the first minute of the second half. Houston for 2 off the mark. Houston offensive rebound. Sharp for 3 is off the mark. Lock up McKay and turnover. Looks like Rider basketball. So, looking at Houston and Riders next games, And you know what? We'll start off by looking at Ohio State and Western Michigan since we didn't do it during the actual game. So Ohio State's next game is going to be at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on the Big Ten Network on the 25th against Mount St. Mary's at home. The next game for the Western Michigan Broncos is going to be at 2 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus on the 23rd against Mount St. Mary's. Awesome. So on the 23rd, on the 23rd, they have to play Western Michigan, and then 2 days later on the 25th, they have to come back. They have to travel to Ohio State and play the Buckeyes. So, but looking at the Houston game, so Riders' next game is going to be against Coppin State at home. At 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus on the 25th. And then the Houston, their next opponent is going to be at uh, 5 p.m. Central Time on TNT on the 24th at home in Houston against Syracuse. Then they have to play 20 ranked Tennessee. Jeez. 18:40 left in the game, 51-25 to ranked Houston over Rider. Cougars over Bronx. Three-pointer off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. I'll be right back, guys. $56-27. Houston over Rider by 30 is now 57-27. 17 minutes to go in the game. 14:40 to go in the game, 64-31 to ranked Houston over Ryder. Again, 14 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. 14 and a half minutes. Sharp for three. It's now 67-31. 13 points for FGM at 3 for 7 in field goals now for Emmanuel Sharp in this game. Assuming in this game. 3-point for Ryder is off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. Now Houston's getting in a rhythm. For two is blocked. Ryder defensive rebound. Houston, Sharp, nice with the steal and then the layup, 69-31 over Ryder. Two ranked Cougars on a run right now. A little bit of a hot streak right now. Ryder, trying to find an open shot. Take three. Bad passing there. A steal for Houston. Great defensive job. Out of bounds. It'll stay Cougars ball. 10th, steal number 10 of the game for the Cougars. Timeout taken here. They will take a commercial break. Houston doing a very good job right now at the 3-point line. Shooting very well over there at the 3-point line. Sunday versus Auburn went 7 for 24 in 3-point field goals. Tonight, so far 10 for 21. So far tonight, they're doing a whole lot better than they did in the entire game against Auburn on Sunday. So they've definitely stepped something up as far as the 3-point game in between Sunday and tonight, obviously. Houston has the basketball, under 10 to shoot on the shot clock. For 2 off the mark, and that will be 2 free throws at the line. Foul on Ryder, 2 free throws at the line for Houston. From Miller. Oh. Looks like that's a foul on Houston. Yep. So Ryder will go to the free throw line. Usain for 2 off the mark. Ryder, defensive rebound. Ryder for 3 off the mark. And how about last touch by Houston says Ryder stays Ryder basketball. $11:30 to go in the game. Ryder for 2 is good with the tip in. 11:20 to go in the game. It's 2 ranked Houston leads Ryder 71-35. Yeah, Houston's bad passing there. Good defense by Ryder with the steal. 2-point for Ryder is good. It's now 71-37. 11 minutes left in this game. Spin away 2 for Houston for Tugler. It's now 73-37. Uh, 10:16 to go. 10 minutes, 16 seconds left in the game. 73-35. Two-ranked Houston Cougars over Rider Bronx. Good. And Riders and travel. So that'll be a turnover. Houston basketball once again. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. It is 77-37. Two ranked Houston over Rider. 40-point lead for the Cougars. Almost lost it. Rider for three off the mark. Had to shoot it there, otherwise they were behind the shot clock violation. Out of bounds, last touch by Rider. It'll go back to Houston basketball. The turnover will go back to Houston basketball, and they'll take a commercial break here. Let's see. Nope, not that. So, as expected, Farmer Valdez turned down the Astros qualifying offer, as expected. So this is interesting. This is interesting. I found this article. This says MLB announces a new 3-year rights deal with ESPN, ESPN, NBC, and Netflix. This was an article by Anthony Castrovance of MLB.com. It says, on the heels of a 2025 season that saw large viewership increases, including the most watched postseason in 8 years, and a World Series Game 7 that was the most watched Major League Baseball game in 34 years. MLB announced Wednesday that it has formed new 3-year media rights agreements with Netflix, NBC, Universal, and ESPN. As part of the rights agreements which cover the 2026 to 28 MLB seasons, the league's long-standing relationship with ESPN will reach 39 consecutive seasons. NBC will return to regularly airing games on its broadcast network for the first time in a quarter century, and Netflix engagement with MLB will expand from documentaries to live baseball event coverage for the first time. Sunday Night Baseball will shift from ESPN, where it aired since 1990, to NBC Universal, which also secured the rights to Sunday Leadoff and the Wild Card Series in the postseason for NBC and Peacock. Netflix will now air the T-Mobile Home Run Derby and opening night exclusive and special event games set to include the 2025 MLB at Field of Dreams game and the World Baseball Classic in Japan. And ESPN will receive a national midweek game package throughout the season while also acquiring the rights to sell MLB.TV, the league's out-of-market streaming service that set a record with 19.4 billion minutes watched in 2025. Commissioner Rob D. Manfred Jr. said, "quote unquote," our new media rights agreements with ESPN, NBC, Universal, and Netflix provide us with a great opportunity to expand our reach to fans through 3 powerful destinations for live sports entertainment and marquee events. quote unquote, following our last World Series game that averaged more than 51 million viewers globally. These partnerships build on MLB's growing momentum that includes generational stars, setting new standards for excellence, new rules which have improved the game on the field and increases in important fan engagement metrics like viewership, attendance, participation, and social media consumption. Quote unquote, we are looking forward to tapping into the unique areas of expertise that ESPN, NBC Universal, and Netflix each bring to the sport on the benefit of our fans. And then, excuse me, of course, MLB posts this on Twitter. MLB has formed new 3-year media rights agreements with Netflix, NBC Universal, and ESPN. The agreements, which cover rights for the 2025 to 28 MLB seasons, mark the return of NBC to regularly airing MLB games on its broadcast network for the first time in 26 years. Will expand, and then it says show more. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's that. All right, so it's 79-41 to ranked Houston Cougars over Rider Bronx with 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to play in this game. This the second string's only been live for about almost 39 minutes, so almost 40 minutes, so hasn't been that long. All right, Ryder has the basketball. Five minutes. Ryder, excuse me, Ryder for two. Or sorry, Houston. I mean, it's now 81-41. 40-point game again. 5 minutes left in this game. 5 minutes. Under 5 minutes now. Ryder for three is off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. For two is good. Houston now leads 83-41. Timeout taken here by the Ryder Bronx, as Houston is on one heck of a run right now, leading 83-41 over the Bronx. Leading 83-41 over the Bronx with 4 minutes and 33 seconds to play in this game. 4.5 minutes left. Most 30-point wins since 2022-23 season. Houston is leading at 30 wins, ahead of UConn, who's in second with 22. Gonzaga 21, Duke 20, and Tennessee 20. Duke and Tennessee are actually both tied for fourth with 20. Gonzaga's in third, UConn's in second, and of course Houston's in the lead with 30. Baylor. So Baylor's next game is at the Baylor Bears' next game is coming up on the 24th at 1 p.m. Central Time on True TV against in Baylor in Waco against Crichton. And after that, they'll face off the very next day on the 25th at 4 p.m. Central Time on True TV at home in Waco, Texas against 14th-ranked St. John's. So two really good teams they're about to face in the upcoming days, in the upcoming. Uh, ow, ow, ow. All right, 2.0 for Houston is clean, is good. 85-41 over Ryder. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play in this game. Less than 4 to go, says the announcer. Ryder for 2 is now 85-43. Two point is now 87-43. Three minutes to go officially. Ryder with the ball. For 3 is out the mark. Houston defensive rebound. And they're going to, as always, now's the point where they're going to try and run as much clock as they can. Timeout is taken here by the Cougars. 2:38 to go in the game. 87-43 Houston over Ryder. We're taking a quick timeout and commercial break. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So, as always, the college basketball rankings came out this past Monday. Um, at least, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this past Monday. Um, anyways, but I wanted to read those real quick rankings. So Purdue is now number one. Houston's now number two. I'm going to read the top 10. So it's Purdue, Houston, UConn, Arizona, Duke, Louisville, Michigan, Illinois, BYU, and Florida. And then Alabama, Kentucky, Gonzaga, St. John's, Texas Tech, that's 15. Iowa State, Michigan State, North Carolina, UCLA, and Tennessee, that's 20. And to round out the top 25, you got Arkansas, 21, Auburn, 22, Wisconsin, 23, Kansas, 24, and NC State, 25. Others receiving votes are San Diego State, Indiana, Vanderbilt, Oregon, Ohio State, Georgetown, USC, Creighton, Baylor, St. Mary's, Missouri, Mississippi State, Iowa, Utah State, Georgia, Kansas State, Virginia Tech, Virginia, and Stanford. I'm not gonna lie, the coaches poll is actually just about the same as the AP Top 25 poll. Just about the same. There are some um, things that are different than the AP Top 25 poll, but still, it's close to the same actually, which is kind of surprising, honestly. A minute and 58. A minute and 58 left in the game. Ryder throws in. Ryder has the basketball. For three, deep three is nowhere close. Air ball. Houston defense. Houston. Technically, we can say with the steal because it didn't hit the rim or nothing. So Houston steal. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 2-pointer for Houston is off the mark. Ryder with the defensive rebound. Skip to Wilson. And a bad job there. A good defense by Houston. The steal for two is good. Houston leads at 91-43 with officially 1 minute to go in this game. 1 minute to go. Ryder for three is off the mark. Houston defensive rebound, and this is where they're going to dribble the ball and let the clock run some. 20 seconds remain on the shot clock. Houston for two is off the mark, and that will be offensive rebound for Houston. They save it from going out of bounds. For two is off the mark. Ryder defensive rebound, and shot clock is still on. 25 seconds left. Ryder for two is good. It's now 91-45, and that's going to be game. Shot clock is officially off. 20 seconds left in the game. Houston will win and beat Ryder at home in Houston, Texas by a final score of 91-45. Houston improves to 5-0, 5-game winning streak, and stays undefeated to start the season. Gives Ryder their fourth loss of the season. They are now 1-4 to start off the season. Houston, two-ranked Houston beats Ryder 91-45 by a final score. As always, guys, that was a whole lot of fun. That was the episode 103 of the Super Sam Sports Encore podcast watch party of the remainder, part two of the Houston Cougars versus Ryder Bronx game. As always, guys, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be back on the 24th, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. Houston. So 24th, Baylor, 24th, Ohio. State. 25th. So yeah, we'll be back on the 24th for 1 p.m. Central Time, True TV Players Era Festival, Baylor versus Crichton. And then later that day, we will have at 5 p.m. Central Time on TNT between the two ranked Houston Cougars and Syracuse Orange, also in the Players Era Festival. So as always, I will see y'all on the 24th at 1 p.m. Central Time for the Baylor Crichton game, and at 5 p.m. Central Time on the 24th for the Houston Syracuse game. So with that being said, guys, take care. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Peace out, guys.